Hello Revolution golfers, this is Martin Chuck and I'm here at the Raven Golf Club Phoenix, and I have an awkward lie. Needless to say, I'm on the cart path. But this tip is about the orange whip and how the orange whip can really help you understand a critical part of striking a golf ball. You know, the traditional orange whip I've had for many years, and I'm pleased to say that I think I was one of the first people ever to get one of these, and I love it. I have a few of these, and I have a couple at the studio, and I swing it all the time to loosen up. It clearly is a tour player's favorite. You see it sticking on a mini tour bag, and they use it to loosen up, and it's a wonderful tool to loosen up, get ready for your round of golf. Now I'll put this one aside, and here is an orange whip that I really like to use, and you can see it's a short orange whip. This is the junior model, and now I know Jim Hackenberg Orange Whip has got one that's basically an adult version of the short one to help us with something interesting. So I'm going to set down the tour striker right there and show you how I use this. Now clearly we could take this Indian rubber ball here, the orange ball at the end here, and we could kind of smash this on the ground. That's a very steep angle of attack. Now it says clearly on the label here, don't hit anything with the orange whip. And I use this a little differently because I want people to realize that they can barely touch the ground here, as this is a full swing. And that orange whip is leaving a little mark, and also you can kind of see the direction this ball is traveling down at the bottom. I'm not saying try to have a shallow angle of attack by flipping the hands. I'm saying that as this shaft is leaning, our body's pushing in the ground and we're negotiating the bottom of the swing right there and narrowly touching the concrete, leaving little tiny marks right there. And I'll show you a close-up of that in a second. Now, with a tour striker, most of you know that the leading edge in the tour striker is quite elevated off the ground. Now the idea here with the tour striker, and it's the same thing with the orange whip, the same idea is that I'm trying to have a shallow angle of attack so that I can present forward shaft lean, which helps strengthen the dynamic loft when you hit a golf ball. So I'm going to hit the tour striker 7-iron, the same elements that I just felt with the orange whip, barely narrowly scratching the concrete with the orange whip. Same thing with the tour striker. And that's not the prettiest shot in the world, no doubt, but clearly that golf ball went airborne. Now let's do one down the line. So once again, the feeling with the short orange whip is that this orange ball is going to overtake our hands, but as we do so, we don't want to obviously be steep and hit the concrete, but we do want to feel like we can narrowly touch the concrete. I missed it that time. And there's a good one. And that leaves a little, obviously, orange brush mark on the concrete. Now I'm not hitting the ground hard, but I am presenting that forward shaft lean before the club, or in this case, the orange ball overtakes my hands into a nice structured finish. So let's do that with the tour striker. So if I can get a golf ball airborne off a cart path with a face elevated, that shows how we present a shallow angle of attack, because I can't take a divot off the concrete, and with the help of the orange whip, it really helps me feel that. And there's a nice little shot with a tour striker 7-iron off a cart path because of the feelings derived swinging the orange whip.